going to start the Octave tutorial. Fine. Let me just share the screen right now. Then, okay, let me just share the screen. Fine. Okay, so today we are going to start the concept of Octave. Okay, some of you already know that how to work on the Octave. I'll just give the quick introduction. Then we'll start working on the Octave. See here. Okay, here. I'll just exit from here. Okay. I'll just give you the instructions that how you can download the Octave. If you do not have the Octave on your system, you can just simply download from here, like Octave download. If you just type in the Google search, the first link you will get it here. And as per your operating system, you can download it. Okay. Now, once you download that, you will get the two version, that is CLI and GUI will go for the graphical user interface instead of command line interface. Fine. Here you will see like this. Okay, just give me just let me give you the little introduction of this interface. Here, this is a command window where you will write all the commands to be get executed. Whatever the command you want to execute, you will write it here itself. Suppose I want to clear the screen. So the command is CLC. So that here I'll just type it. So everything will be whatever the command you want to execute, you need to write here in the command window itself. And here, just at the bottom, you can see that here you have 4 different tabs over here. This is the command window. Presently, we are working here. It is variable editor. We'll see that what is a variable editor here. Then here documentation. If I want to see anything related to this, like if I want to see the concept of variables here, if I click that, it will give me all this. This is the help which is provided by the Octave. Okay, suppose if you want to see search for some function, like here sort function, so that here if I just select that, it will give me all the details of sort function. This is documentation basically. Then editor, that here if I want to write some code program, then I'll write it here, and I can again to execute I have to go for command window itself. So this is the little introduction about your command window. Now here at the left side at the top, this is a file browser. Means you can browse the file from any other location. Okay, to this Octave software, you can take it and you can execute over here. And this is the workspace. So it will show you that currently what are the variables you are working with and what are the variables presently you have in your workspace. So you can resize the window with this option. And here it is a command history. It will show you the last command which you have used. Fine. So here basically, why do we use Octave? See, this is similar to the MATLAB. Actually, this Octave has been designed for calculating or for to help the scientist and the engineering. So it will solve your mathematical complex problem in easier way. Suppose here I'll give you an example like, okay, let me just, okay, suppose if you want to just find out the value of pi here like this. In other programming languages, you have to take the value of this. Like here, what is the value of pi? 3.14. Okay, but here directly, if you see in the Octave, if I type pi, I'm getting 3.1416. And if I just want to find out the logarithmic value, log of 1.4 something, so that it will give me the value. And here, if I want to find out what is the value for sine 30, it is giving me that minus 0.9 something. So basically it has been designed for the mathematical calculations. Okay, so before moving to the more advanced concepts, just let me give you the introduction of the variables. What is a variable? here, uh, if I am writing a equal to 10, what does it mean actually? Means I am declaring a variable of some integer type. Okay, but here in Octave it will take as double only. See, a is equal to 10. Let me explain you what does it mean a equal to 10. Here, if I am writing something as, okay, a equal to 10, what is the meaning of this? When I am writing a here in the memory, a space will be created for the value 10, and this memory space is going to be identified by an identifier. This a actually it is called identifier. Okay, and if we are calling this a variable, it is nothing wrong. All the time we used to call that if I am writing a is equal to 10, a is a variable. But actually this is an identifier, and the value inside the identifier is a variable because a never change, only this value get changed. So that is the variable. But here interchangeably, if you are calling a as a variable also, it will be considered. So there are different types of data we can work with. Suppose here if I am writing a is equal to 10, this is one type of data. If I am writing b is equal to 20.5, this is another type of data. This is integer data, and this is what we call that as float data type or double here. Okay, then if we are working with the something like characters, okay, this is a character data type, and if we are taking that as a string, suppose here I am taking the name as James. Okay, so this is a string data type. There are different data types we have in almost all the programming languages. We have the different data types. Here you will not find that specifically it is an integer, float or double. Basically it will take all these values as double only, and we'll see that specifically if we have to take the integer, what we have to do and all. Okay, so I think the idea, what is a variable, it is clear. It is the memory location. Basically it's a memory area which is identified by a variable, so that whenever you want to use this, you can just refer that a. When you are writing a means you are writing what, 10. If you are writing b means what you are writing here, 20.5. If I am writing instead of 10 plus 20.5, I can write a plus b. So this will a, what is the value of a, 10, plus what is the value of b, 20.5. So variable is a memory area where we are going to save the value of it. So now here we'll see that how we can work with it. See, here if you want to resize, because if you see that the font size is small, here you can go in the preferences, and here you have the command tab, and from here you can, okay, increase or decrease the font size. This font size is okay for me, I'll keep that only. I'll not change anything else in this. Okay, uh yeah, it's saving, fine. So now here, what happened? Oh, where did I click? It has gone. Fine. Okay. See here, let me just right here, CLC. Fine. Here, I'll just take a variable a equal to 10. Fine. Then one more thing I just want to highlight here. See here, now in this statement, I'm putting the semicolon. Nothing happened. Now b equal to 20.5, and this statement I will not put the semicolon. You see that b is equal to, it is showing 20.500. What does it mean? That when I am using the semicolon, I'm terminating the statement so that nothing will happen. The statement is closed, terminated. Okay, finish. When I'm not putting it, it means it is continuing the same statement. So that's why it is displaying me the variable value over there. So I can declare the variable here. Okay, to clear the screen, we can use a command like CLC. Command is okay. at the beginning I should told you that here this is the workspace, means here you can see that so far we have two variables. If you want to see that two variables here, if you just type who, you'll see the list of variables which are available in your workspace. If you want to see the detail of that, you can just type whos, so that here it will show you that a and b of type double. Okay, a we take as 10, still it is integer, but you can see that here it is a class is of double only. Okay, then here I'm taking num1 equal to something as 50 and num2 equal to 100. Two variables I have taken. Fine, it is working fine. Then if I want to find out the addition of these two numbers, num1 and num2, here you got 150. See, if you see in this example, let me just show you ans equal to 150. Here, let me delete all the things from this screen. Okay, delete. What happened? Delete. Okay. Now here, what did you get? ANS equal to 150. ANS is equal to 150. See, ANS is a default variable in Octave. So if you are not using any other variable, suppose here you have two variables, num1 plus num2. If you are using it here num3, the answer will go in num3. Like here, if I am writing num3 equal to num1 plus num2, then whatever the result, it will go in this variable. Suppose here if I am not writing anything, default every time the answer will go in the variable called as ANS. So this is we call as a default variable in the Octave. Okay, now I'll say some conventional rules or rules to declare the variables. Here num3 is fine. If I am writing something as 200, it is okay. Suppose in the case, can we write 3 num equal to 200? If I write like this, I'll get an error because variable name cannot start with the numeric value. It is like you can relate that to the real life. If you just imagine that, do you know any name which start with some numeric value? No, except bond not 7, that to start with the bond. But name in the real life, I have never seen any name which starts with a numeric value. That's the same reason variable of any programming languages, variable will never start with the numeric value. It can start with some special character. Suppose if I am writing here num, okay, see here num equal to 200, it is valid. Okay, and if I am writing then 3 and num, it is also valid because underscore itself is considered as one character. So you can use a special character, that is what, underscore. But if you want to start with a numeric value n6 equal to 500, it will give me an error because the variable name cannot start with the numeric value. Okay, hope it is clear. See, if I want to just see that what are the different types of variables are available right now in my workspace, here you will see that all these are double. Suppose if I am taking some character ch equal to, here I am taking one cap a. Now I'll type whose. Now you can see that here ch is of what type? Char type. In the similar way, if I am writing here name equal to here James, suppose, okay, then I'll write name2 equal to here James. Okay, now what is this? I'll just explain you afterwards because anyhow we are going to work with the string functions. At that time I will show you that. Here you see that here name1 It is of 5 character because it is James. 1 character, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that 5 character. And name 2, it is taking that as a cell, means it's a string object actually. We'll discuss all these things when we work with the string functions. See that what are the different data types it deals with? Double and char basically. So here it is taking 5 character and it is 1 character. So these are the different data types what we have in the Octave. Okay, now we'll work with some input and output statements. As the name itself, it is telling that input. What does it mean, input? If you want to read something in your program, that is called input statement. Okay, say here, if let me just delete this. Okay, now here, suppose, oh, sorry, the pen, it is not drawing in the proper way. Let me delete it again. Fine here. Suppose you are writing any program in any programming language. Suppose here this is the program. It can be anything. If you are writing in Octave, that is .m. If you are writing in Java, that is .java. If you are writing in C++, that is C++. Okay. If you are writing in Python, it is .py. Okay. Now here, suppose in this program, if you want to read anything in your program, then this we called as input statement. And after processing it, whatever you want to process, means calculating the value and all these things, whatever you give, displayed, that is output statement. Okay, so here in different programming language, you have the different statements. If you are writing in Java, input statement is what system.in, and you will use some other scanner class and all. That's a different thing. And in C++, it is cin, and Python, it is input. Fine. In C++, it is cin, already I have mentioned. Then here scanf we use in if we are working with the C programming language. Okay, similarly output statement. So in Octave, for input statement, we use input function to read something in the program, and to display something, we use here printf, similar to the C language. So here we need to remember 2 statements. If you want to display something on the screen, we are going to use printf. And if we want to read something from the user, then we are going to use, sorry, input, not scanf. This is for the C. So here we use input is a function, okay, to read the values or to read the content from the user into the program. If you want to display something going out from the program, we use what? Printf. Okay, let me show you one example here. Okay, let me go to the Octave here. Now here I'll just suppose I have a variable or I have a name. Okay, like here, if I want to display that printf welcome to Octave programming. Okay, now you see that what you got, welcome to the Octave programming. Okay, so printf is used to display the output. Fine. In a similar way, if I have a variable to display, then we'll see that what the procedure we have to go through. Fine. Here, I want to come to the next line. So first I'll do this here slash n. It's a new line character. Okay, with it, what will happen that after it display the output, it will come to the new line. So let me just clear the screen. And what are the variables we have? Let me just WHO, so that here we have some variables like here. A, what is the value of A? Let me just check 10. So I just want to print the value of A. So printf here value of A is, now let me check whether I'll get the value of A or I'll get the error. See that here, this is the string. String means whatever you write, it will display same thing. And string should be in the double quotes. Here you are giving the double quotes. Fine. Then here I want to display A. Means I just want to display that value of A is 10. So let me see that what it is showing. It is showing value of A is only, it is not showing me the value of A. Why it is not showing me? Here in the printf statement, I have to use the format specifier. What is the meaning of format specifier? We are specifying the format for this system, that what is the output we are going to display. So for the format specifier, okay, let me just show you what are the format specifiers usually we use. Okay, here, let me delete this. Okay, take the brush as option. Now here, suppose if I want to display integer value A is equal to 10. So here format specifier. Okay, for integer, the format specifier is %d. If it is some float value, then we can use the percent. If I want to display the string, so then %s we can go for it. Okay, so here what I'm trying to display here, output is what? Integer. So what I'll do here, I will just write where I want to display here %d. Now you see that here it will show me the value of A is 10. See here, wherever I type, after that I'll just put this /n so that after it display, it will come to the next line. Value of A is 10. Now, suppose here, from here, if I put the %d here, what will happen? It will display the integer value here itself. Value 10 of A is. So wherever you put this format specifier, the value will display there itself. So here, if I am putting that %d, so you will get the value here itself. What will happen if I am writing the two format specifiers? Like this is %d and again one more %d. Suppose here, this is again %d. What will happen? Let me just check here, because I use the 2 times d, but I'm using here only one variable. That is the reason it is only showing me one value. After that, there is nothing. Suppose in the same statement, if I add b, so what will happen? How many format specifiers I have here? Two format specifier. So for the first D, it will take the value of A, and for the second D, it will take the value of B. So that here value 10 of A is 20.5 something. Here, just an example I am giving. Here, if I just remove from here, okay, what will happen if I am writing one format specifier and two variables? Okay, it is showing all this two value of 2 times, it is showing that value of A is 10, value of A is 20.5, because here two variables I have put it. That's the reason it is putting. So be sure so that, or else your output will be completely different. Okay, let me just show you that here. This is value of A is 10. Suppose if you have a variable like name equal to James, already we have a variable, I think. Fine. Now, if I want to display that, printf welcome Mr. James. Welcome Mr. Okay, here I want to display the string. So what I'll do, %s, then here I'll just put this name. Now you can see that welcome Mr. James. If I want to come to the one line down, so that here one line down. Okay, suppose here /n is a new line character. If I'm putting here, what will happen? Welcome new line Mr. James. Okay, if I just put it here after slash n, welcome Mr. James. So wherever you put this slash n, it will just add the new line to your output. So it is called new line character. So this is the output statement. Hope it is clear. Fine. So now we'll see the input statement. Input here. In this input, I can just put a message. Enter the value of num1. Okay. And here what will happen? User will enter some value. When the user is entering the value, I should have a variable to hold this. Now you say enter the value 50. It is showing now. Okay, let me just give the explanation for this when we are writing this input statement. Okay, here if I am writing input, after that here whatever the string value you put, it will display in the same one. Suppose here if I am writing enter n, so you will write it here enter n, and if the user has entered 20, so this 20 have to be saved somewhere. So here I have to take some variable, not only num1, you can take any user defined variable name, but take always a valid name. Don't take your friend name, your name, no. Okay, variable number one. So I'm just taking num1 as 20. Suppose if you are not declaring this num1, so what will happen? Enter num1, and here you are entering suppose 50. Default it will go to in which variable? In ANS, because if you are declaring or not, always the values will go into the ANS. Okay, hope it is clear. So we'll go back to here. Then using the printf statement, here I will just display printf num1 value is. Okay, then here I'm just writing percentile D num1. And after display this, I want to bring the cursor to the next line. So here the num1 value is 50. So these are the input and output statements which we usually use in the Octave. Now, first thing we'll try to understand that what are the basic operators we use in Octave. What are the basic operators? Arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. What are the arithmetic operators we have? Usually this is the plus, minus, multiplication, and this is division. We do not have this division here. This is percentile, and here it works for the percentage itself. Okay, these are the basic operators we have. To find the remainder, we use the function that is the rem. Okay, I'll just show you that what is the use of all these things. Suppose first operator we take that from the, I think nursery we are studying this plus. Plus is an operator which is used to add two values. Suppose here, and let me just show you here. Okay, let me delete this now. If I have the values, we'll work with plus, minus, multiplication, division. Okay, these are the basic things. If you want to find out the remainder, we use a function. I'll show you what's the remainder here. If I'm taking a variable a is equal to 10, okay, see, here can we write 10 equal to a? No, we cannot, because always right hand side will be assigned to the left hand side, whereas it will not work in this direction. Okay, why? Okay, we'll discuss this again later. Fine. So now here I'll take the two variables. B is equal to here 30. Then if I'm going for C equal to a plus b, obviously the answer is 40. Then here c equal to, if I am writing b minus a, so that will be what? 30 minus 10, it will be 20. Then c equal to a multiply into b. So here the answer will be 300. Then here, if I divide, I use this c equal to b divide by a. So it is just like 30 you divide by 10. So you will get the answer as what? 3. Suppose if you are dividing some number, for an example, if you are dividing 7 divide by 3. So this can be divided in the way 7 divide by 3. Okay. 7 into 3 into 2 times, and here it goes 6. So here remainder is what? 1. So if you want to find out the remainder, so we will use this function here, reminder. Then here, what number I'm dividing? 7 divided by 3. So you will get the result as what? 1. And in other programming language, for reminder, we use percentile. Here we use the percentile to find the percentage. Suppose if I divide something like 50 divide by 100 percentile. So we'll get the value of percentile. So I'll just show you all the things in the practical. Okay, so here I don't know what the variables I have taken before. I'll declare it again once more. Okay, let me take a equal to 10 and b equal to, I'll take 30. Fine, then here c equal to a plus b, we got it 40. Then in the similar manner, c equal to, say I'm using one variable only. See, if you want, you can take the different variables for the different operations, but it doesn't make any, because I'm not going to use it further for any other values, for any operations. That's why I'm using only one variable. Then c is equal to, if I b minus a, it is 20. Then if c equal to a multiplication b, you are getting 300. Okay, then c equal to, suppose here if I am writing b divide by a, you see you got 3. Then I'll just change this and I'll do it here, a divide by b, we got 0.33 something. Okay, now c equal to, suppose 7 divide by 3, we got 2.3, or 7 divide by 2, so we'll get 3.5 something. Okay, now here if I want to get the remainder, c equal to remainder of 7 by 2. So we got it 1. So we got the remainder value of this. And I told you the percentage. Suppose 50 divided by 100, and what is the percentage? So it is a 0.5, means it is a 50%. Okay, hope the operators are clear. These are the basic operators which we use. Basically, these all are binary operators, so that we are using it with the two operands. Basically, two values we are working right now. This is the basics, and we are working with this only. So once we go into the advanced level, we'll see that how we can work with all the other things. Fine. So far it is good. So I'll just move it. If you have any question, you can just put it in the comments. Okay, and you can just contact me. I'll put my email also below to it. And okay, and I'll try to reply at earliest, okay, as early as possible. Fine, whenever I get the time, I'll go through it. Okay, now we'll see relational operators. Relational operators. We have this relational operators in all the programming language, and usually we use this operators. Okay, what are the relational operators we have? Let me explain you here. And why do we use the relational operators also? We'll see here. Fine. What are the different If I want to find out the relation between two values or two variables, suppose here I am taking a equal to 5 and b equal to 10. If I want to find what is the relationship between a and b, what is the meaning of relationship between a and b? A is less than b. This is the relationship between a and b. To find this relationship, we use the relational operator. What are the different relational operators we have? Less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, not equal to. Right now we'll use this only. Okay, and remember one thing, whenever you are using the relational operator, always you will get the result as true or false. Okay, true is represented by 1, false is represented by 0. Okay, when it comes, I just want to remind you one thing. Any value, any non-zero value is considered as true. That is 1. Okay, suppose here a equal to 0 means what? A is false. This is in all programming languages, not only in Octave. And if I am taking a is equal to minus 100, this minus 100 is non-zero. So non-zero is always true. Okay, when we discuss the conditional statement, I'll show you that. So remember one thing, non-zero value is considered as true. Any non-zero, whether it is negative or positive, non-zero is true, or any zero value is considered to be the false. So whenever you are using this operator, you will get either true or false. For example, if I want to find 10 less than 20, what is the answer? Yes, it is true. If I am writing here 5 greater than 50, it is false. Okay, so here all these things will, let me delete, where is it here? Let me copy all this, select all these things. Now it is deleted. So what are the operators I said? Less than, sorry, less than, okay, then greater than, then here less than equal to, okay, then greater than equal to, then equal to, not equal to. So here less than means if I am writing a less than b, so I am checking whether a is less than b or not. Suppose I am taking the values are a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20. Here 10 is less than 20. So obviously it is what? True. True means it is going to return what? 1. In the same manner, if I am writing a is greater than b, what is the value of a? 10. Is it greater than 20? No, obviously it is what? False. So it is going to return here what? 0. Now, if you want to check the two conditions over here, if I am writing here a less than or equal to b, what does it mean? That first it will check a is less than b, okay, or a equal to b. Means what? Here it is checking the two conditions, that it is less than or equal to b. If one condition is correct, it will be correct. Suppose here if I am writing here 10, okay, less than 20. Yes, here itself it is correct. Suppose for this example, if I am taking here b value is also 10, so that here what will happen? Let me just erase this. Okay, and fine. So here 10 less than 10, okay, or 10 equal to 10. So here first it will check this condition. If this condition is false, then only it will move to this condition. Yes, this condition is true. So the final answer will be what? Your true. If any one is true, answer will be true. So here you are checking from both the conditions, that if any one condition is true, let this take as what? True only. So here we have This is equal to C. Suppose here for checking this, if I am writing A equal to B means what? I am checking whether A is equal to B or not. If I am writing A equal to B means I am assigning the B value to A. Remember this equal to one single equal to is assignment operator. Where it has gone? Okay, this is assignment operator, and when I am using this, this is a relational operator. Okay, so now we'll see all these things here practically. Now let me take two variables. Do I have A already? Yes, I have, and B already we have. So here, what is that? A value is 10 and B value is 30. So I just wanted to know that here A is less than B. Is it true? Yes, it is true. If I am writing A greater than B, is it true? No, it is false. That's why it is giving me as 0. In the same way, I am writing here some statement here. Suppose 10 less than 15, no, 10 less than 5. It is wrong. It should be false. Now if I am writing put 0. Fine. Now here what I'll do, or we write like this here, just above to the enter, just shift and this. Then 10 equal to 10. So in this, we have two conditions. In these two conditions, the second condition is correct. So still it is showing me what? 1. First condition was wrong, but still it is showing me here what? Second condition. Okay, so it will check one condition at a time. Okay, so first, if this condition is true, here itself, it will never come to this. Here itself, it will show that 1. If the first condition is false, again, it will go and check for the second condition. Any one condition among the two condition is correct, then the answer is what? True itself. So that is what I'll just taken that less than or equal to. In the same way, here we can go for greater than or equal to. Suppose here 20. Okay, I'll just put this in the bracket. 20 is greater than 200. It is wrong, obviously. Or 20 equal to 20. So that here it is 1. Or means either this condition or this condition. Either this condition or this condition. So that here it will be, if any one condition is true, it will be true. If you are using and, if you're using and, suppose it will be for and to be true, both conditions should be true it only. So here you see that it is 0 because both conditions should be true. So now if I am just making it less than 20 less than 200, correct? 20 equal to 20, correct. So that answer will be 1. So these are the relational operators we have. Okay, so that's all for the day. So again, then the next class I will be covering vectors, then plotting the graph, then we'll see the conditional statement, that is the decision making statement. Okay, if any questions you have, you can put in the comments. I'll definitely get back to you at earliest. Thank you very much. Let me stop sharing the screen. Fine. And just I need to stop the recording.